Greetings, Earthlings, wisdom keepers, wisdom singers. Welcome back to WizdomDropz, your source for daily drops of wisdom and savvy cat astrology. Meow. My name is Tonia, and today we are nurturing my voice with some water and doing your report for the new moon in Aquarius, specifically for air signs. If you are a Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarius, this video is for none other than you. So by the end of it, I highly recommend, by the way, you check your ascendant, sun, and moon, okay? Gem, Libra, Aquarius folk, because you're going to learn so much more about how this new moon, how any moon is going to affect you and impact you if you look at all three of those placements. There's so many videos on the internet that will tell you why. I myself have a video on the key 3. You can check it out. I have at least one video on that. Ascendant, sun, and moon sign, okay? But anyway, it's important you look at all three. So by the end of it, you're gonna have a forecast, a prediction, an understanding for what is up with you in February. Okay. Now, before we jump into those juicy details, a few quick announcements. If you're new to the channel, hey, welcome. You can subscribe. I put out a video every single day of the week. So be here for it as I am here for you. If you're into it, if you vibe, you can join us. We are building tribe. We are a growing community on the internet. You can join. Number 2, like this video if it brings you any value whatsoever, because it helps other groovy people on the internet get it for free. All you got to do is hit that like button. It costs nothing to you, and it's a groovy way to just share this information and disseminate the good vibes and just make the world a better place. So that's my PSA. Last but not least, if you are interested in getting a professional astrology reading, you can book that with me using the address down below. Just send me an email and I will let you know what the situation is. And I love doing client readings. It's one of my favorite things to do. I feel like I get to meet so many interesting people with so many different stories and provide people value. And that's like the richest experience of life, is to like provide people value. You know what I mean? So and feel like you helped them with their experience, like that's the stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's the stuff. So anyway, all that said, let's jump into it for the Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius folks out there. So this new moon is happening at 23 degrees of Aquarius on February 11th, okay? And that's Thursday of this upcoming week. So if you are a Gemini, I'm actually going to put you on the ascendant gem so that you can see yourself there. People had told me in the comments that they liked that, so I'm gonna do that. You're gonna see the degree of the moon change, but it doesn't matter because it's still the same energy. So anyway, you're a Gemini ascendant, sun, or moon, and this video is for you. And basically, what I'm gonna say to you, Gemini, is that this new beginning is happening in your 9th house, and this is probably one of the best houses. It's not probably, it is one of the absolute best houses that you can have this new beginning in, because it means it's auspicious and it's joy inducing. The 9th house for you as a Gemini is all about your pleasure, okay? It's all about your higher knowledge. It's all about your wisdom. It's all about your whatever brings you the true joy. And you are a Gemini, my friend, ascendant, sun, or moon. And so what brings you that true joy is Aquarian themes. And that's all about the interconnectedness of your networks, and I mean the social connection that connects you with other people at a bigger, more vast kind of level. I mean, I am talking to a Gemini right now. Like, Gemini people, that's your happy place. That's what makes you known as a Gemini. You're a natural networker and you take a lot of joy in that, and you share knowledge. You drop mad wisdom in those networks related to social themes, maybe related to social justice themes even, but even especially like tech and technology. I've seen so many Geminis, just really skillful Geminis. Gemini rules skill, actually. So, I've seen really skillful Geminis in terms of these networks, especially right now, even Gemini with this new moon, you're going to experience really powerful communication downloads because Mercury is retrograde, your planet. You are ruled as a Gemini by Mercury, right? your ruling planet is with this new moon. It's not by degree, 3 degrees or anything, but look at it. It's still very, very close. It's definitely within a 5 degree, a 10 degree orb. So your ruling planet is present. And that means that this new moon for you, Gem, it's going to be more profound, and it's giving you an opportunity to create your joy, to create your happy. If you look here at 12 degrees, we also have the two benevolent planets, Venus and Jupiter, in exact conjunction at the time of this lunation. Gorgeous. And of you, you're so lucky, Gemini. Look how lucky you are. For you, this is in your 9th house. You have a lot of options right now, a lot of opportunity to manifest really happy things. The 9th house is the most joyful house, and new moons are new beginnings. So you can really have a new beginning that is really auspicious with the two most beautiful benevolent planets conjunct. This is the most romantic day of the year that a new moon is happening on, and it's in your 9th house of joy. Yo, if you are a Gemini who literally meets your freaking like long love soulmate on this day or during the next 2 weeks, message me and be like, yo, you predicted that I would meet my soulmate, and now I did. Because honestly, the 9th house is just true joy, and this is a new beginning there, and you have it happening on the most romantic day of the year. There's definitely magic in the air for you, Gemini. If you are like single and looking to not be single, you could have a really interesting, beautiful cerebral connection happen at this time. Just really interesting to think about. For you in particular with this 9th house factor at play. But your ruling planet by aspect, my friend, is also squaring Mars. So at the same time that you have this really beautiful, fluffy, like, oh my God, and this could even just be something as simple, even if it's not like a romantic thing, you just really find joy, over the next couple weeks of February. You like really find your happiness. You really find that and even like that philosophical spiritual download in the 9th house. It's a very spiritual, philosophical, wisdom oriented house, and all of these planets with this insane stellium are there for you. So I think for Geminis, it's a lot of reflection on like, what is going to bring me true happiness, and then it's like, oh shit, there's some true happiness that just shows up at the party, for nothing. But be aware that while all that really beautiful stuff is happening and you're getting serious about making yourself happier in the long term, because Saturn is there in the 9th house, and you're getting all of this divine wisdom from your ruling planet. At the same time, your ruling planet is square Mars. And this means that you could be more combative, Gemini. You could find that you end up getting more frustrated, and you get in arguments, and you get in argumentative communications, because your planet, which is the communication planet, is squaring Mars, the god of war and combat. So just be aware, Gemini, that you may not feel so peaceful as this beautiful Jupiter Venus conjunction all the time the next 2 weeks. You might find that you get like some of this energy, you're like, and then the next minute you're like, oh, like you're angry. So be okay with the flexibility and the mutability of that energy, because you are a mutable sign after all. So just be okay with that. It's okay if you have those natural fluxes. Just try not to get too outwardly argumentative, Gemini, because obviously it can come back to hurt you later, and you could actually lose things if you get too argumentative at this time, because this Mars square is coming from your 12th house. So you might lose your job or something. You might lose like something. I don't want to scare you. Like, please don't be scared. That's not a good vibration to be in. I'm just saying, if you have an outburst, it could happen. Just saying. Just saying. So, or you could lose a connection, you could lose somebody you really care about, because Mars is square that Mercury. So think wisely about your words. Take your time to reflect over what you want to say before you say it. That is not a Gemini strength necessarily. I encourage you do that under this energy, Gemini, because Mercury is retrograde. So it's saying like, look, there's this argumentative aspect of Mercury square Mars right now, but before you do, look at the retrograde, look at the R, look at the R. The R is telling you, wait a minute, hold up, stop, think before you go around and do whatever you're about to say. Okay, Gemini, like this video because you know it brought you value. Subscribe if you're not already. Hit the like button because I do put out a video every day. And with that said, peace. Moving on to Libra. Hey Libra, what's up, Libra? Libra, this video is for you, girl, boy. Hey. If you are a Libra, ascendant, sun, or moon, then this video is for none other than you. Okay, Libras, hello. This is your forecast. So, I changed the degrees of the moon, but it's still the new moon chart, so it's fine, okay? This changed the degree as well. It's technically happening at 12 degrees, both of these conjunct at the same exact time at this new moon. So just understand that. I'm going to point it out right away, and we'll talk more about it as we go on. So Libras, that actually brings us to our next point. This new moon is happening at when Jupiter and Venus are both exactly 12 degrees, okay? So this is later on in the same day, and it's not exact anymore, but it is when this moon perfects. And so this conjunction is crazy. And why am I drawn right away to this conjunction between Venus and Jupiter for you, in particular Libra? Because you're ruled by Venus, of course, my love. So Venus is all about beauty and harmony and peace, and Jupiter is all about abundance and spirituality and nourishment of this, like, there is enough being provided for, you know. It's being provided for, you know. It's that nourishment from having enough. And this Venus is like almost I want to say a soul nourishment from being connected with people, and it's very physical and very tangible as well. And it's known for being the physical pleasures. But you are a Libra, and you understand what astrologers have often referred to as the more celestial Aphrodite aspects of Venus. You know, as a Libra, that Venus also rules Taurus, and that's an earth sign. So that's a different embodiment of Venusian qualities. You're an air sign, so you're cerebral, you're intelligent, you're communicative, you're connected, you're human-centered or relationship-centered in some way, and you want beauty and harmony because and you want that in your like relationships because you are an air sign, you know what I mean? So you are this Venus, and you are being expanded at this time by Jupiter. If you're a Libra with a new moon in the 5th house, good for you. Congratulations, Libra, because the 5th house is a very joyful house. The 5th house, the 9th house, and the 11th house are the best houses in astrology. And to have a new moon, new beginning in that 5th house is literally extraordinary. So you're going to get a new beginning of romance, possibly. 5th house themes include new beginnings that you can have, include, okay, romance, flirtation. Also, the 5th house is any of your creations. So whether that's like the children you created with your body or the paintings you made with your body, right? Whatever product or passion product comes out of your 5th house, it's whatever comes out of your 5th house, but it's a project of yours. It's your 5th house, Libra, is Aquarius. So that's going to be like socially oriented beautification initiatives usually, or like unifying of networks as a Libra pleasure thing, right? It can just be quirky though, and out of nowhere and totally random because it's Aquarius, and you might have a really interesting, different kind of quirky hobby that brings you joy that you like to create from within. Whatever it is for you, Libra, go into that energy under this new moon for the next couple weeks of February. Really lean into your pleasures, lean into what brings you joy, lean into making art, lean into making all the Venusian desires that your heart wants. You know, you're gonna feel particularly Venusian with a Venus Jupiter conjuncting your 5th house. Are you kidding me? You're gonna be so flirty, you're gonna be perceived as so like attractive and beautiful and fun and just like, you know, all your Libra stuff. Now, you know, you be aware that as I have this beautiful conjunction highlighted, there's some tense aspects, and these tense aspects are happening, you know, and they're happening between Mars and Uranus. So there might be a lot of surprise amidst what seems like a very superficially gorgeous, beautiful, flirtatious moon for you in your 5th house. There might be some surprise, some sudden events, some shocking stuff. You might find you lose something, Libra, because this is in your 8th house of Taurus, that all this crazy, shocking Mars Uranus stuff is going on to your ruling planet Venus, okay, with this square. But with that said, you know, through a loss, it's really a gain. If you have a loss at this time, Libra, understand it's actually a true gain to find your fun The fifth house isn't a one word, it's your fun, and it's also your creations. You're being asked by the universe now to really sit with your creative force, to have your ruling planet in your fifth house. I felt such a strong heart chakra stimulation of like, yes, Tonia, that is divine truth. Speak it, preach it to the Libras. This is what I'm going to tell you. This is such a gift to have Venus, Jupiter conjunct in your fifth house of creations, in your fifth house of projects, passion projects, entrepreneurial businesses that you work hard to start up, okay? Fifth house is anything you make, anything you produce, okay? To have your ruling planet there, like with Jupiter, conjunct Jupiter, okay? It is being supported. This is a gift. This is, if you've been a good person, this is a gift. This is a new beginning with a gift of your creations coming forward for you, okay? And it can happen over the next 2 weeks, you know, but just understand that it is happening. Set your vibe to receive that, Libra. I think it's a really beautiful energy to get in touch with your passions, communicate your passions to yourself. Look at this poetry of the heavens. Mercury is retrograde. Get deeper, think more deeply. You're going to be thinking more deeply anyway about this. I'm just encouraging you to do what you already know you need to do, and that is think more deeply, reflect more deeply, reflect over what is going to bring you happiness and joy and fun at like a very innocent kid-like level. The fifth house is the house of children, but it's also the house of the children's state of mind. You know what I'm saying? So get in your child's state of mind, Libra, and what's going to bring you happiness. Do it on February 11th. Take that energy into Valentine's if you have a Valentine partner, you know what I mean? Congratulations, you know, like enjoy that energy a little bit. Allow yourself to embrace the flirtatious, fun, creative aspects of life and just be a Libra. Be a Libra with a ruling planet conjunct Jupiter, you know, in the fifth house, and embrace the new moon beginning on offer for you in the coming 2 months and in the month ahead. I'm really interested in hearing back if any Libras feel like telling me what's popping off for you in life right now that resonates with this kind of quality that I'm talking about. That would be great to know, Libra. I'm always interested in learning more about what different people's experiences are like. And, you know, Saturn square Uranus is asking for you to liberate yourself through this fun that we talked about, okay? And it could even be through occult means because the eighth house is activated here. So occult interests such as astrology or any other form of occult art or science could be, you know, enjoyed at this time. So that's you, Libra. I went pretty deep into that for you. Like this video because it helps other people get this information for free. And I appreciate the support and growing our community of dope people on the internet. It's a cool way to grow our community. Okay, cool. Thanks, Libra. Appreciate that support. We're going to go backwards this time to get to Aquarius. If you are an Aquarius, ascendant, sun, or moon Aquarius people, then this video is for none other than you. This portion, that is. So, because this is a shared video, Aquarius, all them air signs be getting the air play, the air attention, and you know something about that because you're an Aquarius. Hello. You're all about like the networks and the people. So if you're an Aquarius, wow, are you ever lucky? You are so lucky. All the air signs are lucky under this lunation because this is happening in very positive houses for y'all. But out of all of the air signs, all three of you, Aquarius, ascendant, sun, and moon, are probably the luckiest because you have a new beginning. New moon is new beginning. The moon and the sun, or the divine mother, the divine father, are coming together to create this new start, this new seed. And you are the seed, poetically placed right in between here at this chart moment. I picked up, you know, approximation of the new moon energy. You're in between these two, and that's really beautiful, poetic symbol because you are growing, Aquarius. You are growing, even if it's your sun or your moon sign in the sign of Aquarius, right? It could be your ascendant as well, any one of these three symbols, right? You are growing with this new moon. This is your new moon. We usually get one new moon per year in our sign, and you get this new moon. It's a very powerful new moon. Why is it powerful, Aquarius? Because Saturn is there, your ruling planet. And if you're having a Saturn transit because you're an Aquarius ascendant, sun, or moon, hey, congratulations, you're going to get through it and you're going to be stronger after you get through it. But right now is time to take pleasure. The next month is pleasure month. And it's also thinking more seriously about yourself, your self-concept, and specifically if your sun sign is an Aquarius, but really thinking more deeply about you and your personal energy as an Aquarius. The planet or point you have here in Aquarius will inform the flavor of how that experience plays out, but you are thinking more deeply about yourself at minimum because Mercury is retrograde in your sign, okay? And you are thinking and communicating more deeply even to yourself. And you have the benevolent planets here of Jupiter and Venus. And so there's a gift on offer. There's a beautiful benevolent gift on offer for you to experience for yourself. And so it could be like just as simple as like, look, it's a day for the spa, girl. You know what I'm saying? Boy, whoever you are, go to the spa on the 11th. You're going to have a fantastic experience. I can almost guarantee it. Okay. Because Jupiter and Venus are the pleasure planets and it's in your first house. So especially if it's your ascendant, nourish your body with the fun, pleasant, beautiful, fluffy stuff that Venus and Jupiter can bring. Go get you a massage, boo, on the 11th. That's probably going to be fantastic massage. I need to take my own advice. Damn, what day is that? Damn, I can't do that on Thursday. But you know what I'm saying? Like for real, like do that for yourself if you can. Take that opportunity. Do something on this day or even the day after, Friday, and really just enjoy yourself, Aquarius. You need some joy. You're having a Saturn transit, and those are serious, you know, and Venus is a speedy little planet by comparison. Okay, she's not going to be here for too long. You got some weeks yet. Don't worry. Don't worry. You got some weeks of Venusian love to nourish you. Okay, ahead. And Jupiter you got with you all year. So this year is really a great blessing, you know, for you in a lot of ways, even though you got Saturn at the party, being all serious and karmic and whatnot. You got Santa Claus too. And right now you have Aphrodite and Santa Claus getting their magic together on in your first house, and aka Venus and Jupiter. And you know what this means for you, Aquarius, is gifts on offer for yourself, and it's through this rediscovery of your self concept because Mercury's retrograde in that first house. And really there's a new beginning that's going to come out of this experience for you, and I think it's going to serve the Saturn underlying kind of plot line of like serious evolution, long-term growth, like what's really going on in your life, what's really going on with Aquarius. You know, you're going to get the opportunity to really sit with that and to think about that and to reflect on that and to experience that. Okay, Aquarius. So I wish you the best of luck on that. There is this new beginning though for you. So cast your intentions wisely, Aquarius. Cast your intentions wisely. This is in the first house. Anytime you have a lunation in the first house, it is the most significant house that you could ever have anything in. The first house is always the most important, so to speak. They're all the most important because without one of them, none of them would be. But you know what I mean. It's the first house. Honor the fact that you're having a new moon in your first house and you're going to rock and roll, baby. So rock and roll. Enjoy your month of February. Like this video, Aquarius, before you jet on out of here because it helps other people get this information for free, which is cool. We like that. We like that a lot. And with that said, through next time, until next time, may the stars be with you. Peace.